So when it comes to working out, do you do just mostly like, I mean, I'm assuming you do different days, like you do bis and tries and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm on I was I was raised on the bro split,
Okay.
chest, back,
Yep.
legs, arms, shoulders. And then I think that was hot for a while.
I think it still is pretty popular because it's easy.
Yeah. And then people got into more of a high frequency training.
Mhm.
So they went from like bro split and then they started talking about like push pull legs.
Mhm.
And then they just started talking about high frequency.
Mhm.
And so I did push pull legs for January to COVID and stopped. So it was like 3 months. And I felt pretty good with it because like I was never like a leg guy because like I run so many races
Yeah.
that I hate having sore legs.
Mhm.
But then I was getting to a point where I was like, all right, like I want to have healthy legs. I want to be proportional. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to just look like a Dorito with with two little
yeah.
like chicken legs.
But now I do like a high frequency a training split because there's a lot of muscle groups that can recover faster than others.
Got it.
So for example, you have like your calves, your abs, your side and your rear delts
Mhm.
recover way faster than like your chest and your back and even like your
Yeah.
biceps and your triceps. So
Yeah.
you can hit 20 to 30 sets a week
Mhm.
spread out among 6 or 7 days. So
Interesting.
there's some days that like I might hit back 4 days a week,
Mhm.
but day one I'll only do 4 sets.
Okay.
I'll take a day off, and then this day I'll do 8 total sets.
Okay.
So I'll do 2 exercises, 4 sets each. The next day I'll do 3 sets of a different exercise. So it's like, and then I'll do three, whatever. So it's like I'll hit at high frequency.
Got it.
Because I get kind of bored with like push pull legs because push comes to shove, like push and pull are way more fun than legs. And then if I miss a day, I'm like, oh,
Well,
it's a
see,
leg day.
so that's funny because I find this true. I mean, not with everyone, but like in general, like I find girls like to do legs a lot more because it makes their butt look good, and
Yeah,
guys like to do upper body because it just makes them look good. So it's like I know so many girls who are like, oh, I'm doing squats, and I'm like, again, you did
yeah,
them yesterday. But it's funny that you were like, legs aren't the best, and I'm like, I love legs.
yeah. It was funny. I was at the gym today, and like a lot of guys are getting really into like their squat and their deadlift, and it's definitely more of like a talking point.
And it also it pains me to see guys doing deadlifts with their backs shaped like this.
Oh God, it's like
Like, you
wait,
are going to have a herniated disc.
yeah, they're just waiting to mess something up. But it's funny because I went to the gym today, and like I usually go to the gym at 4 a.m.
Mhm.
because I'm like I like to do my thing, just get out.
Me too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was always an early gym person.
Yeah, so I mean, but like on Sundays, since I wake up at home and I have to come back here, it's always like a little later. And my roommates and I usually watch a movie after, so it's like a routine.
Yeah.
And um,
How long do you usually spend at the gym?
ooh, I lifting 45 minutes. Hey, what do you do?
So I'm big into HIIT.
Do you?
Like, I do circuits a lot.
Okay, you like to keep the heart rate up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm one of those I'm like one of those people where if I'm not pouring sweat by the end of my workout, I don't feel like I worked out.
I really like that too. I'll do jumping jacks in between sets.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you what kind of cardio you do aside from just running.
Um,
Because obviously I know you run like 5,000 miles a week.
right now.
You run more miles than I've ever put on my car.
I really like biking.
Like spin biking or like
Yeah, spin. Yeah, I have like a really nice bike, but I was in a bad accident in Florida. I was
mm,
training for an Ironman and I was like thrown off. It was like a whole other thing. But I like spinning in the gym because I like podcasts and audiobooks, so it kind of just lets me like dissociate.
mhm.
And I
I'm actually
love
an instructor too, so I love
what
spin. I'm a spin instructor, like certified, so
are
I
you?
teach spin. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Is like Spin like an organization like it or is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's Mad Dog Sports, which I think has like Zumba and a couple other like on their own. But yeah, I'm certified to teach spin. I have my first outdoor spin class I have my first spin class period and it's outdoors since March tomorrow.
All right.
Excited. I made my little playlist and everything.
I want to get a Peloton so bad.
So if you have like a stationary or like the thing where you can set up your bike where you don't go anywhere, um, if you get the Peloton app, the first 30 days are free. And here, so I'll show you. I
Right. That's another. It's another thing I'm taking.
Another little whiteboard thing. So I just got it a couple days ago, but it's awesome because so like if you look, there's like, hang on, there's like all of these different workouts you can choose from. And it's
Meditate.
literally like a whole thing. Like, so I've done a bunch of the spinning ones because like I've been getting a little bored with my workout because, you know, quarantine. And they have different links. Like they have a 10-minute ride, a 15-minute ride, a 30-minute ride, 45-minute ride, a 60-minute ride. And you just like plug your headphones in and just go for it. And it's awesome. Like, so do you have like a Garmin or Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Look at us. I love my Apple Watch. But yeah, it automatically adds your workouts too. We should share our data. I can compete with you.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna lose, but I think you're good. I think you'd be the only person I lose to on my friends who I share with.
Is it through the Peloton app?
So it connects
Strava or something?
your heart rate and everything through it. So when you know how it has all your workouts listed in the activity app?
Yeah, I've never used it. I'm gonna try to add you right now.
Okay, so like see all of the workouts.
This is what I'm at so far.
Jesus. I had a lazy day. I did not close my circles.
I burned off 3,500 calories yesterday. That's a pound.
That's wild.
That's why I make these ice cream videos.
Yeah, you definitely deserve them. Okay,
Wow.
I sent. But yeah, so it automatically adds your workouts to the app, which is cool. But yeah, I like it because it's like not only is there
Oh, there
spinning,
you are.
it's me, but not
Right.
only is there spinning, but there's also like different hit. Yep, that's
Says
me.
compete with Jamie.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Lord. Ugh.
You the rules.
I'm scared.
Get a point for every percent you add to your rings each day. The competition lasts 7 days. You can earn up to 600 points a day. That's a max of 4,200 points for the week. Then you collect $200 in Pascal.
So my one friend and I, we competed and both of us, okay, so you're going to help me fire up my fitness again. But one of my friend and I were so competitive. Both of us got 600 points every day for our competition. And like, it just ties you.
Jeez.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I like the Peloton app, but I do a lot of HIIT stuff at home. So I'll do body weight stuff. I'm a big fan of those resistance loops.
Yeah.
I love those. So I have like a bunch of sets of the little tiny ones, and then I have 2 of the like big ones.
Nice.
So I use those a lot, which I like.
Yeah, I bought like resistance bands,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a pull-up bar, and I had a bunch of dumbbells and stuff. So like even if we shut down again, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually like doing a lot of body weight stuff anyway because there are so many ways to make it challenging.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was talking to my friend, and he was like, "Oh, I'm getting bored with push-ups and dive bombers and crunches." I said, "Literally do 25 jumping jacks in between each set. You'll hate your life. Literally just
Exactly.
jumping jacks. It doesn't have to be burpees. Just do jumping jacks, and holy crap, you'll burn so
Mm-hmm.
many calories."
Well, it's so funny because I've had all of my clients like virtually, like especially when COVID hit, it was literally just strictly through FaceTime. Now that it's like a little bit better, I've been going to people's backyards, but I'll text them. I'll be like, "What equipment do you have?" And they're like, "Well, I only have like 5-pound dumbbells. Like, do I need more?" And I'm like, "Nope, that's perfect." And like, we'll go through a 45-minute workout, and they're like, "Holy crap! Like, what the hell?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts if you kind of just like get creative.
Yeah, and it's like you can go like I said, I like to do a lot of body weight stuff. So it's like, let's say like you start off with just like walkouts and like walking in, like walk out, walk in, because those are great for your core anyway. But it's like, let's say you do a walkout and add a push up at the end, or like you do a walkout and then you do shoulder taps, or you do like, there's so many things. You can even do like push up, then shoulder tap, and then walk in. It's like
Yeah.
you can do so many things that just burn you out.
Yeah. Yeah. I like my friend was asking me, he was like, man, I'm like getting bored with these workouts, and like I feel like I'm kind of just doing everything that I can. I was like, no, I'll make you hate your life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was so funny. So before all this happened, like I was friends with everyone who worked on the floor at the gym, and there was this one guy, and he was asking me, he's like, "I need to work on my core a little bit more, but I don't want to just do crunches." And I was like, "Okay." So I brought my it's a huge thin elastic band, and I looped it around, and I said, "Okay, we're gonna do rotations, but you're gonna stop at every quarter." So we did a quarter, a full, quarter, full, and like he did 2 and was like, "I hate you." days are
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, there's like so much more you can do. Have you ever heard of vacuums?
Is that like when you're like basically like sucking in and like squeezing your pelvic floor?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a pose people do for bodybuilding
Hmm.
to give you this idea of like having like this little waist and a big like
Yeah.
vacuum, and it like
It's pretty
trains.
good.
Yeah, and the upside down triangle thing, and it works your like internal abdominal obliques and like your I don't
Yeah,
know whatever it is, and if you do those in between sets of like regular sit-ups or crunches,
yeah, crazy.
good luck getting through like 3 sets. Like it
Yeah.
hurts so bad.
Do you ever jump rope?
No, but we did in I played basketball in high school, and we had it was 5 or 10 minutes of just straight jumping rope. It was the worst of my life. Like I had a puddle of sweat. It was literally 5 or 10 minutes, and it was the worst. They'd be like, "Keep going." It was
Yeah,
the
it's been 20 seconds.
yeah. I got it. It hurts so bad. Do you do it?
We always had to warm up with jump ropes at the rink. So like obviously wouldn't just step onto the ice. So like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at jump roping. And I was trying to push myself like
That's
I would say like
double under.
maybe a month ago. I can do that. I can do a bunch of those in a row. I'll send you a video.
Nice.
I was feeling super ambitious one day and I put ankle weights on and I was jumping rope and I was like, let me see how long I can go. I went for 30 minutes and the next day I couldn't walk. I was like, my calves were shot.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god.
I have one of those like massage guns.
Yeah, the Theraguns, whatever.
Yeah, so I bought myself one for Christmas last year. And I did that for like 10 minutes on each leg and I was still like murdered.
Jeez. Yeah, my roommate has one of those. He loves it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
he's
like
a power lifter. Yeah, it's like those easy stuff. Like when I was studying for my preliminary exams,
it.
I was putting in some long days. And to wake up in the morning, I would do about 50 jumping jacks before breakfast, 50 after breakfast, and every like 30 minutes, I would just do my 50 more jumping jacks. My heart rate just like, ding, 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 ding. It's like you burn so many calories.
Well, it's so funny with the watch. Like, I don't sleep with my watch on. I put it on its charger. But sometimes if I like, let's say like because I've been waking up later at like closer to like 6:30 in quarantine. If I wake up at like
Shame on you, waking up at 6:30, Jamie.
I know I'm sleeping in, but if I wake up at like 5 or something, like sometimes I'll throw my watch on and then I'll go back to sleep. And I like to see where my heart rate's at because my resting heart rate can go so low now that I'm in like I would say like I'm in my best shape as an adult.
Yeah,
But it's so funny. It's like I'll look and I'll be like, "Ooh, like new high score was at 51."
yeah, yeah. They give you like alerts. They're like, "Hey,
Yeah. Are
your
you
heart
all
rate's
alive?
really low."
Yeah.
Mine was down at 37 one time.
God.
Like a lot when I was running
Look
those
bad.
like when I was running those races like every single day. Like I did like what was it like a 9 halves and 2 full marathons in 14 days,
Crazy.
whatever it was. And my heart rate got down to 37 because I was just like
God.
used to just going and going and going. And my heart rate and my
Yeah.
watch was like, "Yo, something's up," and I was like, "No, it's called increased stroke volume." It's like,
That's so funny.
but yeah, I love the Apple Watch. It's like, do you have what series do you have?
The 3, I think I have the 4 because I had the 1, which was like the second one because it started with the 0, but I
It
traded it
started with
in.
0.
It started with 0, yeah.
Ooh.
So the series 1 was like actually the second one, but I traded it in because I wanted to swim with it.
Okay, how much have they changed?
I would say the difference between the 4 and the 5 isn't really significant, but actually Tuesday is the Apple event, so we'll see what the 6 has.
Oh, they're coming out with the new one.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was kind of getting into. Like, well, I bought this back in June. It's the
Oh,
3,
oh, okay.
but Apple's not even selling the 4. They were only selling 3 and 5.
Oh, that's so weird.
But the difference between the 3 and the 5 was like little tiny things,
Uh,
but the difference was like $200.
of course. So you're like, I'm gonna go with the 3.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, why do I need an EKG? And for anyone who knows EKGs, this is not an
Yeah,
EKG.
this
An
isn't
EKG
gonna
is a
do
limb lead that goes all around your chest and stuff. Like,
exactly.
it tells me how many calories I burn, how many steps I get in, and I can like get text messages on here. It's everything I need
I
on my
think
wrist.
it's such a great motivational tool too. You know.
Yes. Yeah. I throughout the day, I'm always like, how many calories have I burned?
I know, because I always look at my rings. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was on, so until, actually, it's funny, until Monday, I was at 100 some days of closing my move rings in a row.
Nice.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just take like a full rest day and like not do anything, because I was like, I think I said like I feel like I'm hitting a little bit of like a wall with like my workouts. So that's my body pretty much just telling me like relax a little bit. But yeah, so I love it. I like having, I'm a very data oriented person. So I
Yes.
like having all of my workouts in one place. I like being able to see how many calories I burned in a month. I like to see my walks, because when you do an out walk or run, it shows you your little map of where it
Yes.
is. Well, and it has your pace on it too, which is awesome.
Yeah. I upload all my stuff to Strava,
Okay.
and it's cool because Strava like shows you elevation and the temperature and
Okay.
the map
This
of
has,
it. It's like so cool.
yeah.
What?
This one has elevation too.
On the app?
Yeah.
Oh look. I walked around oh
If you go
cool.
to activities and go to like your walk or run, it shows like elevation gain and stuff.
Wait, activity?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
This
see
specific activity?
the little ring app, and then go to workouts on the bottom,
Okay.
and then go to like your most recent run or walk.
Okay. Oh,
Tap on,
look at that.
and there's a ton of data. It shows your splits. It shows your average pace.
Oh, it shows heart rate recovery. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, right.
Nice. Yeah, this was my little that was my walk today. It was a 5 mile walk.
I love walking. I'm such a grandma. Not only in that way, I'm like just a grandma in general. Like I said, I think I'm like mentally like 97.
Yeah, yeah. My friends make fun of me because I can go out for runs. I can run a marathon every day, and I have for like a week. And I don't really like it. It takes a lot of mental effort to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I would take a lot of mental effort for me to run like 2 miles.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like push comes to shove. Like I don't like doing that.
Mhm.
So I walk a lot, and I walk usually 6 to 12 miles. During COVID, I do not like usually.
Yeah.
During COVID, I walk maybe 2 or 3 hours a day,
Mhm.
split up among the day, and two or
Yeah.
three hours a day, you can get in 6 to 10
Yeah.
miles a
Oh my
day.
gosh, you can get in so much.
And my friends are always like, "Oh, like you quit running, like you don't run anymore. You're getting lazy." I'm like, "Yeah, when was the last time you walked 10 miles every single day
Yeah,
before you work
exactly.
out?" And like, you want to know how many carbs I eat? Because it's not a lot of carbs. So,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, it's like walking so relaxing.
It is. It seriously is. It's like just getting fresh air, and like I like to listen to podcasts or like audiobooks, or like, just throw on a playlist to like, feel good.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to, and I like where I live too, because it's really hilly. So
Yeah.
basically the street I live on is like a bell curve. So like
It's
when
a nice
lockdown,
distribution.
yeah, exactly. I live on the on the on the rear end, but when COVID, like when lockdown first happened and all the parks were closed too, I used to just walk up and down my street like a psychopath. But it was nice because it's like I'd go up a hill, I'd go down a hill, I'd go up a hill, I'd go down a hill. So it wasn't like I was just walking on like on nothing.
Yeah. Do you have any
Like in half an hour, I'd still burn like 250 calories from just walking.
yeah, I think with the app, it shows me that I burn about 6 calories a minute
Hmm.
while walking like decently fast, and that's like what's that, about 360 calories an hour?
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's if you walk, let's say 3 hours a day, 1 hour walk in the morning, 1 hour walk in the afternoon, 1 hour walk in the evening.
Yeah.
You
That's a
could
ton
eat
of
a
calories.
you could eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's every day.
You earn
And
your ice cream. You don't have
yeah,
to
and
tell
like
me.
it's fine. My friends ask me like, "How do you make so many videos?" I'm like, first of all, I eat super healthy
Yeah.
and I exercise 3 or 4 hours a day. But when I do make the videos, which is once or twice a week, I make a video.
Yeah.
I don't eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
also
save it
funny
for
too,
later.
because like I'll see like different like people who are like on YouTube, and they'll do different like food videos or like taste testing videos, stuff like that. And it's like they'll do videos on the side that like aren't related to food stuff, and it's like they're like, I have brown rice and steamed vegetables every day, and then meanwhile on their show they're like, we're gonna try every single Pop-Tart today,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like, you gotta strike that balance.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's like you feel better when you eat healthy.
Oh my god, 100%.
It's like you just, as you said, like getting up in the morning and working out. It's like I remember a month ago, my dad and I got pizza
Mhm.
and cherry coke from this one place that's our favorite place. We each had 3 slices of pizza, Cherry Coke, and a Klondike bar.
Oof.
We both fell asleep an hour later.
Yeah, you were like, all right, good night.
And
This is a meal.
I felt horrendous because I took in like an excess of what, maybe 1,200, 1,500 calories.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to move after. And I was like, wow, I hate myself.
Yeah. And it's like sometimes, like, depending on what it is, it can be worth it. You're like, it was worth the extra calories. It was worth feeling like a little bleh. But like when it hits like that hard, you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't worth that.
Yeah, I could have just had like one of those things. I
Yeah.
didn't have to have like 3 slices soda and, a Klondike bar. So
Yeah.
whatever, you live and learn.
Exactly. No, but it's funny. Like I totally agree though. Like with food, like food's fuel. As stupid as that might sound, like you're fueling your body with whatever you put into it.
Yeah.
That's why, like I said, with back to the beginning with my smoothies, when I put my 4 dozen ingredients in it, it's like all of those things are benefiting my body.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite podcasts?
So I listen to some podcasts like from people I follow on YouTube. So, but I really like this one called Science Versus. It's like,
Listen to
science.
that.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy Zuckerman, I love her.
Yeah.
She's so cute. Let me look at my library. I listen to Up First every day by NPR because I just like to be informed, and then I'm perfectly depressed for the rest of my day after listening
Yeah.
to this. And then there's this other like fitness girl who I follow. Again, most of the podcasts I listen to are from people I follow on YouTube. But she's Australian and she has like a podcast with her fiance, and they just talk about health things. But
Nice.
what about you?
So I either listen to straight up talk shows
Mhm.
like Joe Rogan.
Mhm.
There's a guy named Dax Shepard. He's an
Oh,
actor.
the armchair expert.
Oh yeah, Armchair Expert. I love Armchair Expert.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's like it's great.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. Dax Shepard's so funny.
Oh God, he had Tom Brady on the other day,
Oh god.
and the whole time he
You
was
couldn't
just
pick two opposite people.
yeah. The whole time he's like, literally, Tom, I'm so physically attracted to you. The whole podcast was him just saying,
That's everyone that he has on. He's like, I am so physically attracted to you. My wife knows this. She's sitting right here.
I love Dax. So I mean, like, I listen to those. I like. Do you know Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah.
So I've read all of his books. I think he's brilliant. So I listen to Revisionist History,
I say revisionist history is probably
and
one.
then I listen to a whole slew of self-help ones like Impact Theory, On Purpose. Rich Roll has one. It's called the Rich Roll Podcast, and there's like one or two other ones. I listen to a bodybuilding one. So I
Okay.
kind of just like go through these different ones where I kind of just like to hear what's going on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think so. It's funny. I was talking to my one friend because both of us love to walk, and I'll go walk by myself or like I'll go with a friend. But when I'm by myself, I'll put in a podcast, and she does the same thing. So I was saying like sometimes I like podcasts more than audiobooks because you can kind of zone in and out, and
Yes.
also it's like they're more niche. Like a lot of times you listen to a book because you're like, oh, I heard it was good, and blah 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 told me to read this book, but I don't have time, so I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
But with a podcast, you can literally look up like bodybuilding in August and I'm eating brown rice. And then it's like, it'll come up the podcast that it's like, oh, we found one for you that fits your interests perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think podcasts might be one of. Did you watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was an episode where Tom was like addicted to his cell phone, and
Yeah.
Ron was trying to take the phone away.
Yeah.
And Tom was explaining podcasts, and this was made probably back in 2010.
Yeah.
And he was saying how podcasts are literally the greatest invention ever. They have everything that you'll ever need, all the different categories, and every one of them is good.
Yeah.
He said that 10 years ago on Parks and Rec, and I was like, I can't agree more. I love podcasts.
It's like you feel like you're part of the conversation, obviously, even though you're not contributing to anything, but listening to two people who you like, you value their opinion and just like to hear them banter. It's just like, it's nice to have that available to you.
You feel included. Yeah.
Mhm.
There
It's
was
not
one.
talking at you. It's you're listening to a conversation.
Yes. Yeah. And it's funny. I like vlogs for that reason too.
Me too.
Um,
Who do you
and
follow with vlogs?
what?
Who do you like with vlogs? Like on
Oh,
YouTube?
Casey Neistat.
Okay.
Who do you like?
So actually this is quite I don't think I've really watched a vlog in a while, but there's this girl, the same girl who I told you with the podcast. Her channel Sarah's Day.
Okay.
But she's more fit, like kind of like geared towards me because she does a lot of hit training. She's like a girl in her 20s. Like, obviously, there's some things that I'm sure you'd have similar interest in, but it's a lot more to me than I would think to you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones too, but I don't know, like I remember watching New Girl,
Oh, I love New Girl.
and the first thing I thought about New Girl, other than it being just so funny,
Hilarious.
was that like I felt like I was a part of their crew.
Hmm.
I felt like I was with them, and like I needed that when I watched it. I was like on a junior year in college or whatever was going on in my life. I was just like confused and frustrated, and I was like, I want to hang out with Schmidt, Winston, and Nick, and it was
Yes, exactly. Well, and also like that. Did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
yes,
Okay,
yes, the first 3 seasons,
New
yeah,
Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine are basically like the same show, just in different like settings because
yeah,
they have that same comedy that like hits me like right in like the giggle, like hits me right in the giggles, where it's
yeah,
like they'll say something and then they flash back to it of that like that situation they're talking about, and then they flash back straight to like where you're following in the story. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, like the fat Schmidt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Oh,
they'll
he's always
like Nick
puking.
in college.
Yeah,
He was in law school. It's so funny.
he's got like the pen. He's like,
Yeah,
I have something on my sleeve. No, you don't, Schmidt. No, you don't. Schmidt, you're not
I know.
getting into this one.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I started watching it from the beginning at the beginning of quarantine. I was like, I need something good in my life.
oh, that's great. I need to. My roommates and I started watching Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
I've
Is it
never seen
your time
Breaking Bad before.
right? Oh, you're in for a treat. I love
So we're on
so
season.
it's so funny. I always associate Breaking Bad with like my freshman year of college because when I came into freshman year, like I binged it. Like I was like, I don't want to make friends. I'm just gonna watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we're on season 4, and it is incredible.
Oh, it's so good. I
It's.
love Bryan Cranston too.
Did you watch Malcolm in the Middle?
So I watched it after Breaking Bad because I was like, oh, because I mean, I'd probably seen episodes here and there before I watched Breaking Bad, but after watching Breaking Bad, I was like, okay, well now I have to watch him, and it's so funny seeing him as Hal versus him as Walter White.
Yeah, he does a great job of being like really stressed out.
Yeah, he does, and there's that whole conspiracy theory of him being his character from Malcolm in the Middle, just in Breaking Bad now too. You'll have to look it up. There's like a whole
Okay.
theory about how he's still him, but now he's in like where is they New Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know. I love that show. It's so good.
So good. And I'm
Yeah,
not a big drama show person. Like I like comedy because I'm like the world's dramatic enough, but Breaking Bad's
yeah,
so good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I love about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like the whole like, I was talking with my friend about it because like they were getting involved with someone romantically, and I was like, don't go full boil.
Yeah.
Don't go full boil. The Boyle Boys.
Do you
The
watch
whole
Archer too? I see
Archer.
the answer.
Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah. Do you
Are
like
you a
Archer
fan of Archer?
and Bob's Burgers, or do you like just Archer?
I feel like we talked about Bob's Burgers in college one time.
You might have.
Are you a big fan of Archer and Bob's Burgers?
I like both. I wouldn't be like, oh, like I couldn't tell you an episode off the top of my head, but like I do like them both.
Love them.
Yeah. I love H. John Benjamin. He's so funny.
Any like at the end of all my videos, I always say how like I hope this was an opportunity for you to turn your brain off because it was an opportunity for me to turn my stomach on.
Yeah.
That's what Archer and Bob's Burgers and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and New Girl do for me. It allows me to turn my brain off and go, oh, this is funny.
Well, like I said, like yeah, I watched New Girl because I was like, I need something funny and just like an escape. Because like
Yeah,
I really overdid The Office when I was in college because it would always be on in my apartment whenever I was like cooking or like doing anything because it was just good background noise and I could tell you like every single line from that show.
yeah, yeah. That was kind of like the first of its kind.
Yeah, that like
Where you
kind
kind
of
of
like
like,
almost raunchy-ish kind of like
yeah,
sitcom.
you kind of look at the camera.
Yeah.
Like that's the funny part is like Michael Scott says something awkward and then Jim looks at the camera.
Yeah,
And that's the punchline of like 8 seasons.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen The Office so many times. Like I haven't watched it. I need to detox for a couple of years and come back and appreciate it.
Exactly. Well, you know what? The good thing is it's going off Netflix, so you can detox from it.
Really?
Yeah, I think at the end of the year because NBC has their own streaming service now, so they're like, we are taking Office, and you have to pay for it on ours.
Yeah, they did that to Archer,
Yeah,
and
because it's all on Hulu now.
yeah, and Hulu sucks because of all the commercials.
Yeah.
it's like a minute and a half of commercials every like
Literally. And it's the same commercial over and over again.
yeah, it's like, do you want to see this commercial? No, I don't want to see any
Yeah,
commercials.
which one piques your interest? And I'm like, neither.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just show
Go put a
you.
black screen for 30 to 30 more seconds.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was the problem when I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine is I watched it on Hulu.
Yeah.
Whereas I watched all of Archer and Allensbau's Burgers on Netflix when they had it a couple years ago,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, no. But those are definitely good, like, I need to just turn my brain off shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping this podcast will be something like that for a couple people.
Exactly.
I put it on Anchor. I don't know, it's just like some free service and it says like where your viewers are from or listeners or whatever.
It's like
And
Estonia. You're like, cool.
yeah, there was a couple from like Europe, European countries. I was like, I don't know how the hell they found this
Yeah.
thing. But I was like, nice.
You know what? Someone in Europe probably has a thing that subs them to all things that have like ice cream tagged in the title.
Yeah, probably. Well, to anyone listening, hello. Thank you for
So
listening.
I'm glad you listened to us talk about ice cream for about 2 hours.
Yeah, the thing is, Jamie, like but most of this I'm not gonna edit.
That's okay. I don't have anything that I regret saying. Nothing will come back to haunt me.
But like the whole month of October is gonna be pumpkin spice month.
Oh God. Are you a
So
big pumpkin spice fan?
hell yeah. That's the candle that I blew out a couple minutes ago.
That's so funny because I am not a pumpkin spice person. I'm an apple person all the way.
All right, well, that's perfect. So I'm definitely gonna ask you to come on again and share your like top
Listen,
autumn fall recipes.
if you give me like 2 weeks in advance notice and also your list of allergies, I can ship you food and we can do like a podcast taste test.
This is going down on the
I'll bake
whiteboard.
something and I'll ship it to you. Is almonds the only thing you're allergic to?
Um, Almonds, peaches.
Okay, well it's not peach season, so
Um, yeah, it's funny when people talk about peaches. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've ever had a peach, like at least in the last 10 years.
tragic.
Yeah, peaches, nectarines.
Okay. To
I
like
think
stone.
they're all the same family,
Yeah,
right?
they're stone fruits.
Yeah, so I can't eat those, and probably apricots, but otherwise, I think I'm probably allergic to COVID, as
Maybe.
most people are. So
Yeah, most people haven't really had great reactions to it. I don't know. It's not.
yeah,
Its debut wasn't too hot.
yeah, yeah. But other than that, yeah, I'm game for
And you
anything
do
else.
egg, you do butter, all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, give me a heads up, and I'll make something and send it your way.
Sweet. All right. Or just tell me what to buy and I'll buy it. Well,
Yeah, but if I'm baking something,
all right. Perfect.
actually, you know what I did? You might have seen it. I did make my apple pie smoothie. So if you wanna cop that recipe on my Instagram, you can make that yourself, minus the almond milk.
Sweet. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. I'm gonna head on down, and shower, and go to
Yeah.
sleep too. Totally wake up
Such a
at
grandma. All of my friends make fun of me. They're like, "You got to bed at like 10 o'clock." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a reasonable time to go to bed."
yeah. There's nothing good happening after.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I missing at 12:30?
Yeah. But Jamie, thank you so much for coming on. This was great.
Thanks for having me on. This was fun. It was nice to catch up and just talk for whatever 2 hours. Whew, flew
Yeah.
by.
This was nice. Everyone, this is Jamie. All the info is down below. She'll definitely be on again, and please follow her. She's got some insanely good recipes for breakfast, treats, smoothies, real
Nice
life, and
balance of
something else.
healthy and not healthy stuff, really.
Yeah, and she's got great workouts. She's a phenomenal personal trainer. So if you're looking for a personal trainer, go to her. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with fitness.
That's
Um,
not true. Oh my gosh. I'm not the one going for my PhD right now.
that's very specific stuff. But in any case, I'll talk to you soon, Jamie.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
So we'll talk soon on Instagram.
Yeah. All
Bye.
right.